Some love stories are born out of wild youth. Mine, it came after heartbreak, with a heart I never thought would heal again. My name is Rachel Lane. I'm 45, divorced, and for a long time, emotionally numb. This is the story of how I fell in love again, not with a stranger, but with someone I'd seen 1,000 times, and never truly seen. After my divorce, I shut the world out. 15 years of marriage, only to be left for someone younger, louder, more spontaneous. I didn't blame him anymore. Not really. We had become strangers under the same roof. But what hurt was how replaceable I felt. I told myself I was fine, that my life now belonged to routines. Morning tea, work, laundry, a book at night, and my daughter, Elena, my sunshine in human form, was the only reason I kept showing up. She was in her last year of college, home for the summer with laughter in her voice, and Julian always by her side. Julian, 25, tall, gentle, sharp-witted. He had been Elena's best friend since high school. Always respectful, always present, never anything more than Elena's friend. Until he wasn't. One evening, Elena had gone out with some friends. Julian stayed behind. A storm had rolled in. He offered to help me fix the flickering light in the hallway. I handed him the step stool and smiled politely. But when he looked down from the ladder, something in his eyes lingered. Not disrespectful, not immature, just honest. Over the next few weeks, I started noticing the little things. How he listened without interrupting. How he asked about my day and genuinely cared. How he refilled my coffee when I forgot I had poured one. And one afternoon, when Elena was out again, he found me crying in the kitchen, holding an old photo from my wedding. I tried to hide it, tried to laugh it off. But Julian just sat across from me and said softly, "You don't always have to be strong, Rachel. Sometimes healing looks like falling apart." That moment broke something open inside me. Not attraction, not lust, but the first warmth I had felt in years. He didn't see me as a mom, or an older woman, or someone past her prime. He saw me, and I began to see him too. Not as Elena's friend, but as a man with depth, kindness, and the rare ability to understand silence. Still, I fought it. I was older. He was part of my daughter's world. It felt wrong, or maybe just unconventional. But love doesn't knock politely. It drips in quietly, like rain through the cracks you swore were sealed. One night, after dinner, we stayed up talking. Not small talk, soul talk. I told him about the ache of being left. He told me about growing up without parents who said, "I love you." And in the pause between confessions, our hands brushed and didn't pull away. I whispered, "Julian, this can't happen." He leaned in, eyes steady, and said, "It already is. And I don't want you to be scared of something that feels this honest." I wrestled with guilt, not for loving him, but for being afraid of what people would say. And then Elena found out. She sat across from me, silent. Then she smiled and said, "Mom, you've been glowing lately. I always thought Julian needed someone real, and I'm glad he saw that in you." I cried, harder than I had in years. Today, Julian and I are still taking it slow. Quiet walks, late-night talks, a love built on truth, respect, and healing. And if the world doesn't understand it, that's okay, because we do. Love doesn't come with rules. It comes when the heart is finally ready. even if that means finding it in the most unexpected soul.